If you're a family thinking about moving to our area and you're wondering what is one of the most well thought out neighborhoods here in Redding, well, today we're exploring Highland Park, which is on the northeast side of Redding. And for those of you who are new to our channel, I'm Faith Barrett, your local guide to Redding. And if you're new to Rooted in Redding, hit that subscribe button because we talk about everything Redding and why you should consider living here in Redding, California. So without further ado, let's go. Now let's talk about where Highland Park is located. It's right off of Hilltop Drive and east of I-5. Now this is a subdivision that was developed by Jeb Palomar, and he's really well known in our area for tons of subdivisions like Highland Park. Now back in 2008 when he started this, you can see as we're coming in, there's a lot of townhomes, and that's kind of the introduction to Highland homes. Now these townhomes range anywhere between $325,000 and $375,000, and it is really heavily dominated as a rental income for a lot of investors. Some people choose as a primary lifestyle, but most of the time it's for investing. Now the townhomes of Highland Park do sit in an HOA community. This is roughly about $84 a month. It covers common landscaping, the streets, and the street lights. So not too bad, especially for an HOA, but it does come with a little bit of a price tag if you're thinking about investing here in Highland Park with the townhomes. Now, as we get into the back end of Highland Park, that's where the single family residents really are. And they can range anywhere between 1,700 square feet all the way to about 2,800 square feet. And it really has kind of a bit of a cookie cutter feel where there's like and similar styles, maybe some different landscaping and color palettes. But back there, you're really gonna see homes ranging from the upper 400 range all the way to close to $1 million, depending on if they have a pool, size of the house, lot size, as well as higher end amenity and finishes. Now we've sold a lot of homes in this neighborhood. Personally, last year we sold about 9 based on an investor selling off their real estate investment portfolio. And I thought it'd be good on this tour just to give you a little sneak peek of some of the active inventory we have here in Highland Park. Now, this is a house over on Stinson Loop listing courtesy, thanks to Better Home Gardens. And it is 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, almost 1,900 square feet, listed for $528,000. And what you'll see a lot in these homes is they have a very standard floor plan, open concept, master bedrooms on one side, so we call that the split floor plan, the bedrooms on the other side. Now what really makes these homes move really quickly or sometimes sit a little bit longer is the lot size that the home resides on. Some have really great backyards, others are a little bit smaller, and if having a backyard or that active lifestyle is important to you, I'm going to show you why Highland Park is so popular with hint, there's a park in the neighborhood. So let's go check it out. Now, like I had shared back at the house, this park right at the center of Highland Park is one of the highlights to why everybody loves living here. And the best part is that because the back half of Highland Park is not an HOA, this one is covered by the city of Redding, so you could enjoy it for free. So between this massive field where you can play all kinds of sports and the walking trails, it really makes it a highlight of Highland Park. Now, besides the park, the close proximity to Central Redding is one of the highlights of Highland Park, where you have Trader Joe's, Sprouts, Theory, Chick-fil-A, HomeGoods, Target, all these convenient shopping centers that makes life really just that easy. Now, although the park and the proximity to Central Redding with all the shopping centers nearby is a huge perk to Highland Park, there are a few cons, and that being the parking in front near the townhomes. Now, there's only 2-car garages as well as some guest parking, but you can see that a lot of the streets sometimes are just lined with tons of cars, and it can be a little bit congested as you come into the neighborhood. Now, the second thing is that this neighborhood is really a cookie cutter neighborhood, meaning that the houses are like, similar, and really just besides color, they all kind of have that same look and feel. So if you're looking for a little bit of charm and character, this may not be the neighborhood for you. Lastly is the lot sizes. Now, we talked a little bit about this with the house tour that we gave you back on Stinson Loop, but it is to be said that some of the lot sizes here in Highland Park are a bit small. So those ones that come on the market that have a pool, an expansive backyard, get a lot of attention, and a lot of times they will go very quickly. However, I will say, if that doesn't bother you, at least you have a park to enjoy with your family and friends. So all in all, Highland Park is such a great neighborhood that you should consider, especially if you're thinking about making a move to Redding. From the family-friendly neighborhood, a vibrant community, and the close proximity to central Redding, it really has it all. So thanks so much for tuning into this week's episode of Rooted in Redding, where we not only help you find a home, but a community to thrive in. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next week.